In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the air ride suspension compressor on this Cadillac Escalade. Let's get into it. We're going to loosen these two nuts right here. Use a 13mm socket. We don't have to take them off, just loosen them. Just to about there. Take a hammer, just give these a tap, just like that. That's going to be loose right there. Now on the other side, there's a hole with a frame. You can use the same 13mm socket. It's a nut right here, just like the one on the other side. We're going to loosen it. A few turns. In the left rear shock, we want to disconnect the air line right here. There's a little lock tab. You want to just twist that to the side. We should be able to pull that off. Be careful if there is still air pressure in the shock. It might blow out a little bit. At the top, there's a electrical connector. You want to disconnect that. Just slide that off. Way up top here where the fuel filler neck is, we're going to use a trim tool. You just want to pop these lines off. There's just a little push pin holding those on. Pop those off. Now just grab the whole bracket. You want to just wiggle it up and towards the back. You might have to tap it. There we go. And that slides out. You just tip it up, and you can see the electrical connector right there. You want to disconnect that, push down on the tab, and just wiggle that out. There we go. And then the other line, the other air line, disconnect this right here. Just move this tab to the side. And slide that off. And this hose goes to the top of the differential. We'll just pop this off right here. Just use our trim tool. And we'll leave that hose there. And there it is. We're going to take this shield off. Just use a trim tool. Pop the push pins out. Push pins over here. Set that aside. Now we're going to take these screws out. There's 3 of them. We're going to use a T25 socket. Our bolts are pretty rusty and they're breaking, but yours may not be. So we'll go ahead and replace ours. Take those out and slide the pump off. Now we're going to look at the old one and we're going to transfer some of the pieces over, like this line right here. Just slide that to the side, pop that out. It's going to go right here. And we see there's a connector that goes to the sensor. Over here we have a connector that's going to go to that sensor. Just slide that in the location, plug that in. just like that. And the connector looks different, but we have this adapter, so we're going to put the new adapter on. That locks in place. And we'll just pop this retainer off. We can use that. It's going to go right here. And just slide this down. Clips in place. And then these hoses, we want to take those off. Hose right here. Slide that off there. And it pops off the motor right here. Just using some hose pliers. Transfer it over here. And this is going to go on the motor side. And pop that on. Looks good. And right here there's a little cap. We'll just transfer that over. If you have a new cap, you can do that. Take that hose off and put the cap on. That looks good. And slide this in the bracket. And we'll flip it over. Take the screws, get those started. Tighten these down. Those are snug. All right, this is all transferred over. We can put the shield on, same way it came off. Try to line this up. It's gonna go like this. And just push those push pins back in place. There we go. Those are in. Now we're going to slide this in position. You want to make sure you connect the other line right here. Lock that in place. Line the connector up. And lock the connector down. Make sure it clips in place. Those are all in position. Now we're going to slide where the nut is. That's going to go through the frame. And then these two studs are going to go right there, and that's going to lock there. Just get that hose ready. Now we're going to tighten these nuts down. Snug those down and tighten this nut down. Snug that down, give it a wiggle, everything's tight. Take this breather, line that up, push that on, and then these are going to go up here, get that lined up and pushed into the bracket, just like that. Now connect the connector on top of the shock. Lock that down. That's good. And the airline, lock that in place.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.